Hey guys, it's Jen again with Simply Fit and Fresh with part 2 of the plant-based eating kind of video series, whatever you want to call this. So in the last video, I introduced the topic of plant-based eating. It's something that I've been getting a lot of questions about, and I touched a little bit on the Game Changer documentary, which I know for me and my family and extended family is something that I'm getting a lot of questions about. Did you see this? Did you see this? What do you think? So I touched on a little bit of that. Now I want to talk about plant-based eating and why that lifestyle is healthy, okay? Why it's a good eating style to have. Mostly because it's whole food. Like truly, if you focus on eating plants, whole plants from the source, not processed, veggie straws are not plants. No, they're a highly processed snack food. And I also touched on that in the last video, the standard American diet, or SAD, highly processed, lots of sugar, lots of starchy processed carbohydrates, lots of bad fats and those kind of things. And that's what we want to avoid when you go to a plant-based diet. If you're going to make the effort, do it right? Don't eat a bunch of junk because that is not going to make you feel better. You're going to feel worse. Instead of eating the veggie straws, eat actual vegetables, right? Eat the carrots, eat the beans, eat the celery and the whatever they say is in those veggie straws anyway. So those little snap pea crisps, eat the snap peas instead of the snap pea crisps. They're really like potato chips. But I digress. So let me talk a little bit back up about meat. Meat isn't all bad. In a plant-based diet, it's the base of your diet, right? Is plants, and then the meat is the accessory. But one thing to think about is what kind of meat are you eating? You want to think about that. You want to go towards organic or grass-fed or pasture-raised meats because they're better for you. The bad thing about meat happens in the factory farmed meats and poultry and farmed fish and that kind of nasty stuff. Go towards the wild stuff, go towards the pasture raised meats, go towards grass-fed eggs and all those kind of things. So that's what you want to think about when you go towards meat. By eating less meat, you can afford to pay a little more for it, which you're going to. Okay? It's okay because you're eating mostly plants, which are less expensive. You can afford to spend a little bit more money on the meat because you're not eating as much or as often, all right? So that's one thing to think about. The other thing is when you're eating the plants, let's choose good plants. Now, what are good plants? Well, the Environmental Working Group, EWG, puts out a list every year, the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15, 2 lists. The Dirty Dozen are 12 fruits and vegetables that you really should buy organic, right? They're highly treated with pesticides and all kinds of nasty things. So if you're gonna buy organic, buy those, right? The 15 are the opposite side. There are 15 fruits and vegetables that can be safely eaten the conventional way. You don't have to spend any extra money or anything or seek out the organic. So look up those. I'm not even going to list what they are right now because they change every year. So I want you to go out and find the recent list for this year on the Environmental Working Group website. They've got a lot of handy tips and tools and recipes and things there. So check that out. Use that list. There's probably an app for your phone or take a picture of it when you go shopping and choose organic of the Dirty Dozen and then whichever works for you of the Clean 15, okay? So that is for fruits and vegetables. When it comes to the meat, which is now your accessory in the plant-based diet, right? Little bits here and there. That's when you try to go towards the grass-fed, pasture-raised, cage-free, all of those kind of things when it comes to your meat, fish, wild-caught fish, eggs, dairy, all of that kind of stuff. So saving a little bit money by eating less of it, saving a little bit money by buying conventional of the Clean 15 or eating most of those in your diet. And those are a few ways to really get started and save some money with a plant-based eating lifestyle. Now, you want some recipes, right? You're not quite sure exactly where to start. There are some great websites out there. I'm just gonna name a few of my favorites, okay? Obviously, I have a blog, fitandfreshblog.com, right? And on there, I have a ton of recipes that I have developed or tested out or modified or whatever that are plant-based. Honestly, most of what's on there is plant-based because that's the way I prefer to eat. That's what agrees with me and agrees with our family's budget because I won't buy junk meat. So the other thing, look at Meatless Monday. That's a huge movement that's come about, trying to get people to eat a meatless meal or one meatless day a week. They have a lot of great recipes and resources on that website. The Minimalist Baker is really fun because they're all 30 minutes, one bowl or less, right? Plant-based eating. So minimalistbaker.com. Another one is Forks Over Knives. Those are just 3 websites that I use frequently to look for recipes or ideas on different things. So you can also look, like I said, at my blog, or send me a message, an email, reach out, and if you have a question about something, let me know. Make sure to follow along on Simply Fit and Fresh on YouTube and Facebook, and Jennifer Pantal on Instagram. Like and subscribe, and then you will keep up to date on all of the stuff that I have to share. Thank you.